The Spice Adam 300s.
Yo, we live.
All right.
Blink.
Damn.
It ain't up on my screen.
I didn't see it either. Oh, we live for real?
Delay.
Yeah, we live.
We're up. Oh shit!
Are we in here? Are we in here, bros?
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technicolor reign between, it's your boy Trey Prop.
It's your boy Weekend Herb.
And your boy, Mr. Petty.
Crazy club.
Is it what?
It's your
Crazy
go.
club.
Hi. I'm wearing a sweater with deer humping on it. Hello.
Thank you all for joining us here once again on Blerds and Whiskey Live. We got a great show as always lined up for you. And so I'm excited about it. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you do it on YouTube because that's the one that counts. Anyway, so what you guys drinking this week? I ain't forget this time.
Yeah. I'm drinking Jameson. IPA edition. Just by
Good
itself.
job.
Very
I
tasty.
prefer stout though. I think stout's just a little smoother. IPA has a good harsher taste to it, so it has a sharper taste. But I think the IPA is a little bit smoother, and it probably blends well with a lot of mixed drinks and cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I like the stout better when it's because I like Irish car bombs. Yeah, give me the stout with inside my Irish car bomb. I'm in there.
I am drinking from a whiskey I picked up called Legend. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I mixed that up with lemon juice and triple sec, stirred it up before I added the ginger beer, but this is a hibiscus ginger beer. And it kind of made like a 3-tier thing going on here. And, it's pretty good. It's pretty colorful. It's experimental. I waited to the show to see how it tastes. And so far, it's pretty good. This is the kind of stuff that I'm going to be doing on this upcoming show we got coming up soon, too. Rick and I will be doing a show spinoff of Blerds and Whiskey. It's going to be called Blerds and Whiskey Thirsty Thursdays, where we take experimental drinks and, kind of make cocktails, stuff that you all could suggest, stuff that we look for, and we can just give it a shot and be an experiment, Sorry, I was a little early. I know I jumped the gun, but it was a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, it's right. Rita?
Oh, I'm drinking a high C juice box.
And what's in the cup?
Oh,
It's in my
this
cup.
my Ravenclaw cup. It is some sangria that I spiked that I got from Oldies. Thanks, Oldie.
Can you pronounce it?
and crap. Some Cuervo that I spiked it with. So
Okay.
there's that.
Anything you want to call that tasty beverage that you've created?
After school special.
With the high C chaser.
All right. So last week, I know that I was not on the show. You guys were told that I was off doing some type of coaching thing. This was a lie. This was a front for what I wanted to tell. I didn't want to tell the rest of the crew that I was out adventuring. This week's adventure, I journeyed to the North Pole. I had to go to the North Pole because, it's almost that time of the year. It's after Thanksgiving, the holiday no one cares about. And I went to the North Pole because I needed something special for this week. This is our season finale for this year before we go on our little hiatus for the end of the year. And so I felt like I needed to make something special. So what more special than to go and meet Santos L. Klaus, and his lovely wife and all of their indentured servants. And it was a wonderful time in the North Pole. Everyone seemed to be joyous. The slaves had no idea that they were slaves. They thought they were elves or workers. It was just a magical, wonderful time. And I said to Mr. Klaus, what is it that you drink for a celebration, for an end of the year finale, a blowout, if you will? What is it that you like to partake in, Mr. Klaus? And he handed me the hollowed out hoof of a deer who had passed on. Apparently, this was a deer that everyone knows, that everyone seemed to be fond of. There was a song made about him. He didn't name names, but this hoof had a magical red tint to it. It seemed to be very special. And he said it's ground cranberries, and he would take the sweaty the hat that the elves would wear, and he would kind of take the cranberries and he would beat it in the sack, right? He just beat it in the sack for about 2 or 3 hours, and then he would hang it over the fire and grind up some peppermint in it. And after about 3 days of this, he would take the sack and pour it back into the hoof, and it would make this magical elixir. And he called it what did he call it? He called it Krampus juice. He called it Krampus juice. And so that's what I'm partaking in today, Krampus juice.
Bravo.
Now you
this-
know why he's going to be my co-host on Blerds and Whiskey's Thirsty Thursdays.
And why this is why we take a break every year, because I can only take but so much. I can only take 11 months of you fuckers. But anyway,
You don't like it, but yeah, that shit is entertaining.
What was I just
This is
subjected
gold.
to? Like,
The only thing that would have made it
Same
better is if that reindeer was being powered by a fortress.
and y'all had the nerve to come for me and my juice box. But we just went through so much just now, and we're just going to act like it was just magical.
You had to make up for last
No,
week.
it wasn't.
Where do y'all think I got this amazing sweater from? Mr. Klaus is very hospitable. Very hospitable.
Man, it's the servants.
Oh man.
Right, him and his
moving
ladies that didn't know
on. I have decided to finish up the bottles that I've collected over the year and complete the drinks actually. So I just finished the Maryland Whiskey Co. Now I'm going back to Minor Case, if you can see it or not. I posted a picture on my link of YouTube on Facebook. It's a rye whiskey straight, Limestone Branch Distillery. It's 45% alcohol. Tuning it down from last week because that 80 proof was kicking my ass. But I did simple. I don't have any long stories. Just some rye whiskey and ginger ale. That's what I'm going with. So
Let's go ahead and get on to these this is what church announcements.
yeah, my head hurts.
So, Hers Blerds. Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms. OTTV. Go and check out the homie Overtime Sims on his Roku channel, OTTV. You can watch prior episodes of Blerds and Whiskey on there as well. So support the homie. Just like Cam said, stay tuned. It's coming soon to Thirsty Thursdays. Can't wait to see it because if Rick could put on a show like that shit, I can't wait.
Oh, it's
And
gonna be
imagine what Cam's gonna put together with his concoctions. That shit sounds dope. So Netflix just dropped 2 new one show, one movie. The show is True Story, which is played by Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes. Long story short, Wesley Snipes is Kevin Hart's brother. Kevin Hart is a famous comedian, but apparently they have a whole bunch of shit going on, and it's illegal shit going on, and Wesley Snipes is basically getting himself into.
Tax evasion.
Yeah.
They can't hear him.
Oh man, tax evasion.
Apparently, this show is really, really good. Apparently, this whole True Story thing is so good that people are saying that Kevin Hart needs to take on more serious roles.
Yeah.
So I haven't checked it out yet, but I need to look into it because I've seen nothing but rave reviews for it. So I may give that a look at some point.
I feel like I'm not watching the same show as everybody else because I fucking hated it. So
well, damn.
I'm just saying I tried. I barely got through the first episode. Kevin Hart did not seem believable to me. And he was acting like a little Mitch on the first episode. So yeah, I can't. Sorry. Not sorry. Then you're gonna tell me that this leprechaun, Kevin Hart, committed a crime. I'm not gonna give it away, but he committed a crime that's so unbelievable. You're like 2 feet. Stop.
Oh, man.
It's not about the size of the
telling me-
criminals, about the size of the crime.
So what you're telling me is that Kevin Hart is in here committing crimes of stealing things off of high shelves, is what you're saying.
I'm just saying, I'm not convinced at all. Just go back to doing stand-up and cheating on your wife.
Wow.
Man,
She woke up and chose violence this morning. God damn.
when does she not? When does she not?
Well, shit, I'm scared to even bring up the second one. The second one is called Bruce. It's a movie called Bruce. Damn. Starring Halle Berry as
no. I'm gonna stop you right there. No one's gonna believe that 55-year-old ass Halle Berry is an MMA fighter. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move forward amicably to the next thing.
That too.
Right there.
That too.
HBO Max.
Everything he said.
HBO Max just put out a Christmas movie called 8-Bit Christmas, starring what's the name? Dookie Howser.
See, his name is again.
Neil.
Nope. I'm gonna
Neil
stop you right
Patrick
there.
Harris.
No one's gonna believe anything about Neil Patrick Harris having a family because Neil Patrick Harris.
Wait. Don't do it.
There's still adoption. There's still I think you meant to say having a wife.
He lied to me and Harold Nakumar about who he really is. So therefore, I will never forget it.
So
had me believing that he was out here just getting into adventures with Kyle Penn and Harold Cho, with John Cho. Then you just lie about it. Damn.
And then we had what's the name? How I Met Your Mother as well. So I mean, shit.
It's called acting, my friends. Acting.
So is Neil Patrick Harris? What's the name of this? Is it the Caitlyn Jenner biopic?
No, it's 8-Bit Christmas. It's called. It's just wow. Moving on, DMX has a documentary on HBO Max as well. It's taking place in 2019. Basically, his right before his tour. So go ahead and check that out.
So hold on. Wait a minute. You said it's about DMX's tour in 1920?
I said 2019.
Nope, you didn't. You said 1920. So DMX is performing at the turns.
Yeah.
All those songs about the Industrial Revolution and such. That's amazing.
Jesus Christ, this is great. Goddamn. All right.
This is why we're great.
What's that song with them bitches run from a nigga with the hard R?
God, this is the worst church announcements ever.
No,
Go ahead.
I've done worse. I've done worse. Yeah.
I'm on your ass, boy.
December 17th, movie night with Blerds and Whiskey. Guys,
Hey,
December 17th is going to be the release of Spider-Man No Way Home, the long-awaited movie that everybody can't wait to see. So, guys, why don't you come out with us to Regal Gallery Place on December 17th. We're going to be posting the actual times that we're going to be doing it in our fan page on Facebook, and we will be posting it throughout all social media. So be sure to look out, because tomorrow is when the tickets drop. It's going to be like Spidey Mondays, because it's not Cyber Mondays like Tom Holland said. It's Spidey Mondays.
And make sure that y'all turn on the post notifications for the fan group so that you don't miss the post, because somebody will fucking post 38 memes after we post it and it'll get dumped into the abyss that is. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, you pretty much said what I was going to say. We're going to pin the event to the top of the list. So if you can, tune down the memeage for a bit so we can get everybody in as who wants to come out. So we're going to be in DC, and make sure you come prepared. It ain't the DC you grew up in. And be prepared to pay for parking or get on the metro, one or the other. But looking forward to it.
Just don't get told and looking for us to help you, because we not.
Oh yeah, because we're not.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna laugh at you.
it's gonna be a GoFundMe page.
And if you got parking tickets, take somebody else's car, because they will boot your shit.
Uber.
Just saying.
Uber or Metro.
Or if maybe you guys could appeal to Herb and Trey and they'll give you a ride because they care about the fans so much. So make sure that you hit them up on their personal Facebook pages.
No, you know who they should ask for a ride?
No.
Cam.
No.
Cam will give you a ride.
No.
I will show you exactly where to go on the metro. You're going to take the green line. You're going to get off at Chinatown. You want to get off on the street that says 7th Street, and then you're going to walk down there.
So just hit up her versus Garfield, three-way proper on Facebook, and send them, DM them all the messages asking for rides, and they will personally reach out and make sure that you get you guys there to the theater.
I will fucking block you.
There's a lot of things that I've never said. I will fight Rick if one of you motherfuckers actually do this shit. All right.
Actually, now I want you to message her because I want to see him. I want to see him try.
All right. So somewhat good news, guys. The Ahmaud Arbery verdict has reached. All three men were found guilty on majority of all the counts. Sentencing will be coming soon. Guys, what do you guys think about this?
So just to clarify, now all three of the men face a mandatory sentence of life in prison, but the judge will decide whether their sentences are served with or without the possibility of parole. So this is a good day. Justice is being served.
Mm-hmm. Still got a long way to go, but hey, this is a good step.
It's a victory, but at the same time, it's a very, very somber victory because what it all boils down to is should have never happened, should have never taken place because the young boy was just out jogging and got curious, wanted to look at a house that was being built in his area, and apparently that's a crime in most white people's eyes. That you can't even just go out and enjoy yourself and get some fitness in and just try to be the best version of yourself. So I'm glad that all three men have been convicted and charged with murder, with a lynching, but at the same time, it's still very, very sad and still very, very, very troubling. Very, very troubling to the state of things in this country that are constantly just, stepped over and looked around and moved through. It's very, very sombering.
So speaking of moving in the right direction, there is some better news too, especially one of the things we've always been very big on the show is representation. A good friend of mine, a former cosplayer of the week, Agent Fang, Danny Martin, was featured with a interview by Funimation. It's on their website, and I'm actually about to post a link right now in the group. I'm sorry, in the comment section. I'll probably post it in the group again. But yeah, she was interviewed by Funimation for being a cosplayer of color, both Black and Indigenous background. So yeah, like we said, representation, seeing people. She's covering a lot of grounds, and a lot of people get to see that. So shout out to her.
There's a glass. And that concludes the church announcements.
Okay. Before we get started, let's check out these comments over here on YouTube. Thank you guys for jumping over there. I can actually see comments now. Ebony Wiggins, gang, Jamaica laughed. Cam, of course, we're in this thing. Why? Really? Did I type brush? Or did you misspell brush, asshole?
I might have.
Jamaica, waiting for the journey. Rick is going to take us on for his drink. Yeah, it's epic every time. Check them out on Thursdays. Let's see, I'm skipping over you again. True Kasami, his name is Klaus Winterborn. It sounds like a Christmas horror film. Yep. It's more than a recipe. It's a whole ass scroll. That's hilarious. Blerds and Whiskey, Thirsty Thursdays. Yes. Kevin Hart acting like a Mitch. Neil Patrick Harris has a family with his husband. That's what I was going to say. But yeah. Yes. So he said, actually, he said 2019. True Kasami says, X shall giveth it to thou. and Jamaica F, it's a tiptoe in the right direction. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And of course, nothing is up on Facebook, so fuck that place. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get into our first topic of the day. We had the release of Hawkeye. So I watched the first 2 episodes. It's only 2 episodes, right? I only saw 2. Yeah,
it's only 2.
Watched the first 2 episodes so far, so we've got a little bit to catch on that we're going to catch up on, I guess, after the break, and we'll tell you how we felt about it. Everybody should not be spoiled by then. But, ladies and gentlemen, what did you guys think of this episode? Let's go around the horn in order. Tell them what you thought.
So, so for starters, I thought it was a really good story. They brought us back to the New York fight that happened with Loki.
The incident.
Yeah, the incident. Her mother seemed shady as fuck to me. That's the one thing I did notice about the show. I did like how, because they said they put the first 2 episodes, they pretty much have everything lined up to where that final week is right before Christmas or right around Christmas. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
Okay.
I think I like the fact that they did one thing that the comic wasn't able to do. They actually made Kate Bishop a likable character. So I'm happy for that. No, because I do like how they took the style of the Matt Fraction comic that the Hawkeye miniseries was based off of. So a lot of the designs and the graphics from that is based off of that comic. So that's a cool homage to that creator. I like the story so far. You can almost see Clint has, like, it's affected him. Like he's not right in the head. He's, you know, you can see like everything's kind of flooding back to him. Like, I love the musical. You know, that was a great little touch. That's something I can see actually happening in real life if the Avengers were real, that they would have like a musical. But yeah, you can see the PTSD is real with Hawkeye from like the first few minutes, and especially like how he tries to like put a brave face in front of his kids. So I like to see like how far this is going to go before he has a breaking point.
All right, Rita.
I wish Eleanor Bishop would have died versus like they did in the comics versus her father. She just seems like a total asshole. And I can't wait for Kate to find out that her mom is a piece of shit, and she gets her. So there we go. That's my takeaway. Moving on.
Rick's
Oh man, nice. I find it interesting how they're taking that her mom's going to be Madame Mask and her new stepdad is going to be the swordsman. I find that to be a very interesting angle. This is Hawkeye is so far the first 2 episodes is the series that Black Widow should have been, because Black Widow shouldn't have been a movie. I don't care what anybody says. It really should have been a show. But it gives you a little bit more time and a little bit more ability to get in depth with the characters. And, you know, like Cam was saying, it shows that that all of this stuff, all of these massive events are taking a toll on a non-powered person. You know what I mean? A person who just has, you know, who basically has just worked hard to have his abilities. Especially with him having the hearing aid and losing his hearing, because you can't just be around all those goddamn explosions all the time without tech and without enhanced abilities, and it should not just have an effect on you. Kate Bishop, they've made Kate Bishop into a likable character, but I believe that's the same effect that they had with Tony Stark, because again, Tony Stark in the comics, very unlikable, but Robert Downey Jr., hey, I like that guy. He seems like a good guy. He's an alcoholic sexist, but you know, hey, whatever you guys want to do, you know what I mean? I just know who he really is. But anyway, so yeah, that's been pretty encouraging. I'm also very, very encouraged by, and there's a character who shows up at the end of the 2nd episode. Yes, I'm going to do a spoiler, so if you haven't seen it, that's your fault. The 2nd episode ends with Echo showing up. Echo, I'm very encouraged about. Echo could be the bridge between the Netflix shows and the MCU, and that has so much promise. For those of you who don't know who Echo is a deaf, just think she's like a deaf taskmaster, basically, so to speak. Especially if you saw Black Widow now, then she definitely fits that mold. And also she's like the adopted stepdaughter or the adopted daughter of the Kingpin, who is rumored to show up in Hawkeye. So I'm just saying, we're gonna do this whole thing again, and I don't want to get built up to then suffer weeks of jokes from a dreaded son of a bitch who continues to make them because I was wrong about a prediction. I'm gonna step out on this ledge and say that Kingpin will be showing up. And Cam, I swear to God, I'll choke you to death with your own dreads.
All I'm doing is marking the time. That's all, so that I will have this forever memorized. Because remember, I handle editing, so I will screenshot and record this. So I have just play this on loop. I was like,
Okay.
I'll be like, hey EO, play that clip again from.
I have a question really quick. Do you think that they're going to play the whole Echo is a former Black Widow situation? Because it was giving me former Black Widow
The
vibes.
Red Room vibes.
The Red Room vibes.
She did kind of like that was kind of interesting how they did put her in a red room, and it was like her kind of like activating herself, and then she did look like one of those nondescript Black Widow women who is just in the background, like the one that also showed up in Shang-Chi against. Like, so that's another interesting part. They had a Black Widow fighting against one of the extremist people. They would have been fighting for fucking ever because the extremist dudes just constantly regenerate, and then the Black Widows have just been trained and beaten into being able to fight till they die. So, like, I was more interested in that fight than the fight with Shang-Chi and his sister because she just had a bunch of teenage angst, and he was just an abandoner. But I don't know. So no, that could be a very, very interesting angle. I look forward to seeing where this show goes because there are a lot of interesting tie-ins to this show, and it could tie together a lot of stuff the way that people are looking for. Also, don't get attached to the guy Grills. If you also know anything about the Matt Fraction comment, please don't get attached to Grills.
All right. So
Since we're speaking, I think off-camera guy wanted to say something about Hawkeye. So you ready? Off-camera guy.
All right,
Is this mic on, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they good. So, no, one thing I enjoyed is the tracksuit mafia. Love a heavy Ukrainian accent. And especially the way they play off each other. I can't get enough of it. They call each other bro. But anyway, no, my thing is Hawkeye trying to get his suit back is like, if you're not a criminal, imagine, like, you did something, got away with it. Mom knows nothing about it. But there's that one piece of evidence that it's like, shit, if she finds that, my ass is cooked. So you got to go and try to figure out how to get that, fix that. That's, Hawkeye is on a mission to make sure nobody knows he's Ronin. He is trying to clean up a mess that he time ago. And people, like, nobody's talking about that. He's trying to keep Mom from finding out that he spilled the milk.
Okay. So a question for everybody here. I do have a couple of questions for you. So since we were originally talking about powerful women, we have had a lot happen this year as far as the MCU is concerned, kicked off most notably by one of the arguably the most powerful woman in the MCU as of right now. Speaking none other than Wanda. So if you know the comics, you know that Wanda and Hawkeye, they have quite the history. So they have not built it up that way for them to be sleeping around with each other behind it, all that other stuff. However, most notably, Wanda, spoiler alert, kills Hawkeye in a very, very spectacular way. Do you think there's a possibility that with all this multiverse of madness coming on, that we could be treated to the death of Hawkeye at the end of the series? Thoughts?
They kind of foreshadowed it, like, a little bit in the Black Widow movie. Maybe not Wanda being the one to do it, but they have alluded to him being on a lot of people's kill list. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, he's a super spy.
I think this. Go ahead.
No, I'm just pretty much repeating what Rita said because, I mean, her sister basically thinks that Hawkeye was the one who killed her when really she killed herself. So,
well, I was going to say I think it is going to be Elena. I think the series is going to end with Elena Belova killing him, and then leading into something else. It seems like they're setting it up to pull the trigger that they were supposed to pull in Age of Ultron, and it's going to end with Clint dying, especially with the whole bringing up of Kate Bishop, and apparently there's been a kind of a decree around Marvel that we kind of want to be done with the original 6. So I think they're gonna do everything, not do everything they can, but I think they're gonna kill off a lot of them, and maybe even in ways that we aren't even expecting. You know what I mean? So,
but they murdered a good chunk of them already.
Yeah. I mean, you still got Hulk. So technically, right now, the big 6, you got like Hulk, Thor, and Hawkeye.
Yeah. And I'm not even gonna go into the detail about the things that I've heard that are gonna happen to Hulk because it's just frustrating to talk about.
So possibly he could be over in She-Hulk, and Thor could be done in Thor Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or Thor: Love and Thunder?
Thor could be gone in Love and Thunder, and Hulk could be. I'm just gonna say it. There's speculation that the Red Hulk could kill the Hulk and She-Hulk. So there's that.
So what about because Wanda and Hawkeye had a moment in Age of Ultron, so there is established connection between those two right there. Shout out to me because I did Hulk, Red Hulk character of the week not too long ago. But anyway, I think the Wanda thing could work if Wanda was to kill him. I don't think it would be in the end of the series. I think it'd be like Avengers 5 or something.
I mean, but we've also seen that Wanda is motivated by her own selfishness because never forget she held a whole town hostage. She's terrible. I do not like Wanda Maximoff, and I will always rail against her. Anyway, bringing it back down, we've showed that she has selfish motivations. So if Clint could somehow get in the way of her and her fake children that she manifested, that could possibly happen.
So I'm imagining how Jean Grey did Professor X at X-Men 3. just boom.
Dispersed them, yeah. So here's what I think. It's apropos that you mentioned Echo as a tie-in to the Netflix series because she's also a Daredevil villain. Another Daredevil villain could be on what's called the Dark Avengers, or something that could be coming up as well with the new Black Widow. And who I'm talking about is none other than Bullseye. Bullseye wasn't killed off in the Daredevil series. He actually, canonically, he gets a vibranium or adamantium spine.
Adamantium spine.
To help him stand up straight, and but he has the other enhancements. He could end up taking on the mantle of a Hawkeye after he dies, and then that could be taken over by Kate Bishop later. So the possibilities are endless, literally.
I know it is, but I still just can't get that image out of my mind of that bullshit Bullseye from the actual movie Daredevil. It was horrible.
Yeah, Colin
he killed an old lady with a peanut.
Colin Farrell ain't never done nothing.
While Nickelback was playing in the background, like whatever.
Horrible. It was horrible, man.
It was a horrible movie.
I will die on this. Oh no! I will die on this hill that Daredevil movie was not that terrible. It was a product of its time, but it was not a terrible movie.
Michael Clark.
It was fucking terrible. What?
Listen. Colin Farrell had one of the greatest quotes of all time. "You're good, but I'm magic." Boom, bitch.
He's like, what do you want? Name your terms. I want a suit.
That movie fucking sucked. That movie is awful. I'm sitting there trying to laugh through it. That movie is so fucking awful. Yo, they had a flirt fight on a playground in front of a bunch of kids. Meanwhile, all these kids going home and having the weirdest sensation. It's like, Mom, I now associate sex with fighting. I'm a good boy. No, you're a terrible little person.
Wow. Okay, so
I have a question really quick before we move on. Do you think they're going to give my man War Machine adamantium spine, or he broke his back, right? So do you think they're going to give him that in the movies?
I broke my back.
So if anything, he's still going to be supported by Stark Tech. I don't think technically he doesn't need it, and I'm not going to get into my feelings on the military, but the military really ain't going to spend out that extra shell for him if he's not going to be a real super soldier. He's just a guy in a suit.
I was just asking because he could use an adamantium spine, so
Well,
just asking.
Well, if they bring back Thanos, we got another thing to worry about.
Yeah. Why would they bring back Thanos?
Why would they not?
They could definitely bring him back. You think about he's been dead. He hasn't been dead yet. Now he's officially dead. And what does that usually happen in Marvel?
Well, and then they also got his brother out there trying to repopulate the galaxy too for everything. So,
multiverses. That's the answer to how can they bring Thanos back? Multiverses.
Hey, don't say that so goddamn sarcastically. All right.
First of all, good guy Thanos.
We're gonna get John Krasinski, Captain America, and Tom Cruise Iron Man because of the multiverse. Don't you disrespect the multiverse
with Denzel Washington, Charlie.
Do you think they're going to bring the other Hulk back, like the original Hulk back?
Edward Norton?
Or Ang Lee's Hulk?
Oh God, please don't. Please don't.
No,
Please.
I'm saying it's possible.
It's very possible. Like some of the stuff that I hear that's coming out of the multiverse of madness. Hey man, it's a lot of shit that can show up. Like randomly, I'm pretty sure Lou Ferrigno has been on the phone. Like, hey guys, you got to get me into a muscle movie. I would love to come and feel the real muscles of the Hulk and just be there. So I mean, we could see everything.
They might bring back Terrence Howard too. Never know.
Oh shit! Iron Man. Let me get my suit, Mike.
War Machine.
Hold on. Just real quick. We could possibly get Brie Larson back because she was fired at one point.
Shut the fuck up. She was not fucking fired. Stop giving credence to these stupid ass rumors.
This is not fired.
Bro, I only read the headlines and share it as
right. This is just how many pages is this story? It's 2 paragraphs. That's too much for me. I just got the title. We good. Let's roll with it.
Comicslies.com sounds legit. I'll share this link.
There you go. There were rumors of her termination, but there has not been any confirmation. She has not been fired.
It's not even rumors. It's just a bunch of like fanboys who are just upset by her presence and the fact that her character is perceived as one of the strongest Marvel characters, and a lot of these dudes can't handle it. Plus, they buy into the stories like the Heat from like any wrestling event. They buy into the stories of like that she doesn't get along with any of her co-stars, or her, like Rick's pointed out many times, her portrayal of Captain Marvel was very wooden, robotic.
I mean,
listen, there were
roles that she played that she actually showed a lot of emotion, and
she was great in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, man. She played an angry ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
he was kind of.
He was in Scott Pilgrim.
Jump Street too.
Yeah. So Scott Pilgrim is the movie where Captain Marvel and Superman were in a band together. And the Human Torch, Captain America was a stunt double.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine that multiverse. Imagine that fucking multiverse.
Oh, God, I would love to see that.
Bring Captain America back as the Torch?
No.
I mean, hey,
Captain Torch.
He did. I mean,
the Human American.
You need to make a bit.
That's possible.
That could be how Killmonger comes back too.
Yeah.
So, real quick, can I do a quick derailment real quick?
Are you about to read that comment?
Which one? About Zen? No, please go ahead. Read it.
Okay. All right. So Zen Edwards, they have Doom and Kang. Those two only are worse than Thanos. Everybody here isn't as in depth in comics as I am. I completely disagree with you, sir. Neither one of them has wiped out half the existence on the planet, on the universe. Thanos is significantly worse. They can be a problem for Thanos, yes, but they ain't on Thanos. He's a cosmic level being. Get out of here. He's talking about the comics.
But Kang being in charge of the Time Bureau, that kind of put him in a significantly larger role than Thanos because he existed outside of their his influence.
So I'll say this. I will agree that Doom is probably worse than Thanos. I would say Doom is worse than Thanos because literally Doom was running the whole universe. Like he became God King Doom. You know what I mean? And like his plan is never like Thanos was trying to kill people to satiate death. Doom just wanted to rule everything, and he achieved that goal, and in the process wiped out Thanos. I think Kang in the comics has been more of a type of joke villain whose hubris gets in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's been his biggest problem. But I kind of feel like they're going to make him more of the threat that he should be. First off, by making him a black man, because black is powerful. But then also because it's like the implications of Kang's abilities and what he's done essentially makes him God if you actually think about it. Because he's pretty much put the time stream, he's bent the time stream to his will. And that includes all possibilities and what everyone is doing. So, I think he does have a kind of a valid point as to where from the comics, yes, they weren't the threat. But here in the MCU, these niggas can be kind of troublesome.
Fair enough. However, if we're talking about the MCU,
which we are.
Which you are.
That's all we're talking about. This MCU.
We're talking about the MCU.
Mr. Source credit source to credit.
Yep, that's me. Say it again.
Material.
Say it with some fucking respect. Anyway,
Mr. Source material.
So, We have not seen what's going to happen yet. That's the only issue with the MCU. We only have source material really to go on and our own personal speculations. We can, and we do it here every week where we use the source material to speculate on what's going to happen. Now, as far as Kang being a threat, Doom, we can't even talk about yet because we have not seen Doom officially in MCU. Kang, we've seen a glimpse of what I think is more so a Mortis than Kang. And the problem with Kang is going to stop Kang. And I don't mean he can foil himself, but ultimately there's always an alternate version of him that comes in and tries to kill him. So now we have the multiverse splintering and going in different directions that are going to resurrect or create more Kangs. They're ultimately going to come together to stop him. So he's really not that much of a threat. You send a Kang after a Kang to kill a Kang. You understand?
No, what? Say that again.
You send a Kang to kill a Kang. Send a Kang to kill a Kang to kill a Kang.
One more time.
You sound like the guy from 5 Heartbeats.
What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I dare you, motherfucker. Say what? One more goddamn time.
Eddie Kang. So yeah, we pretty much, like, as we were doing the show, we pretty much like are big comic book aficionados. A lot of us delve into it. Some of us even lie about how much we know about comic information amongst our other friends. But I would like to say that every once in a while we like to expand beyond Marvel and DC. So let's go ahead and roll character of the week. Character of the week. Stop me if you heard this before.
Stop.
A cowboy, a ninja, and a Viking all walk into a bar. It's not set to a punchline. It's actually today's character of the week, Cowboy Ninja Viking. This was by Image Comics during a time where they was kind of like their second coming of Image Comics, where they started releasing a lot of more independent artists and underground artists and posting their stories up. This is during that whole Walking Dead, Invincible, and then other comics such as Cowboy Ninja Viking. It was actually mildly successful. What Cowboy Ninja Viking was about was a guy named Duncan who had multiple personality disorders, which made him a perfect candidate for this project or this government official group where they took people who had potential and multiple personalities, bring out certain traits and skill sets of those personalities so that they can pretty much get a soldier who's perfectly honed for a certain skill set. They were generally called triplets. You had like Duncan, who has the personality of a cowboy, a ninja, and a Viking. Then there was others such as like grand martial artist, chef, and graphic designer. Certain skill sets that were needed for those jobs. That program disbanded. And then they ended up being killers, criminals, assassins, so pretty much who better than one of the best to hunt them down. So you get a guy like Duncan, who's a triplet. Like I said, the Cowboy Ninja Viking hunts down other triplets. Because comics. Kind of like a Highlander, there can be only one, but instead he's just trying to like stop them from like killing people. The theory is that some of these personalities are tapped into previous reincarnations. So what I like differently about it is that for each speech bubble, what the artist did is he drew like an object or a weapon that could signify which personality was talking at the time. So if it was a cowboy, it'd have a gun, a 6-shooter. If it was a ninja, it'd be the word bubble with a katana going through it. And if it was the Viking, it would be an axe. Little things like that kind of made it a little cool so you can understand what other triplets were talking to each other. It's like, oh, the chef one is talking, or oh, this is the one where the fashion designer's talking. Been talks of movies, possibly in developmental hell. It first picked up by Disney, then it's Universal. The latest was around 2015, 2014, where Chris Pratt was rumored to be playing the Cowboy Ninja Viking Duncan guy. But yeah, independent comics, something outside of DC and Marvel. By the way, y'all, I'm actually getting close to my 100th character of the week. Maybe thinking about, there's one that y'all want me to redo. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. So, hey, come take the shot. All right, back to you guys. Like, share, subscribe.
Felt like dancing in my spirit.
Here we go. But yeah, like, go ahead.
Still alive. All right, y'all. Hey,
got the Lisa Simpson sway going.
I just want to just remind everybody, hey, I am coming to my 100th character of the week soon. So let's go ahead and, like I said, you all want to put in the comments, go to the fan page or whatever, or YouTube, or if you want to comment on Twitter, If you want to look at some old characters of the weeks and say like, hey, who do you want me to redo? Yeah, we'll just, I'll take some of those into consideration. So I'll try to think about one of those for my 100th character of the week.
I know who I would love to see you do as a character of the week, and it's a character that I've never seen you do before, but I would love to see you do one about Forget Me Not.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Man.
That would be
an interesting character to cover.
It's a very interesting character that nobody really knows about.
Right. So he's pretty
Whatever.
obscure. I think I was ready to say, like, I remember him in the 2000 or like mid 2000s comics during the time. He's been around for a while. I might do him, but I told him characters I haven't done before. That's a new character. I might do him for 101.
What was you about to say, Rita?
I'm never drinking the after school special again.
That sentence does not sound right.
Hey.
Hashtag bent.
Hashtag unicorn panties. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah. Remember that one. So, no. Cam, I know you was talking about the MCU, but Zen Edwards is talking about the comics. And no, stay in your DC lane. Talk about your DC characters. Mind your DC business. Don't come over here in the Marvel shit. Start talking shit because you know what I'm talking about. All right? You don't. You don't.
You
Stay
know
in your
what?
lane.
Why don't we get him and you to have a debate sometime during the break and record that shit? We can have some good content on it.
Come over to TikTok, holla at me.
Nigga don't know what
It's that
social
simple.
media is. He don't know what social media is.
He can't work a phone. He can't work a phone.
I'm
He
just
can't.
saying, we have a meetup spot, and both of y'all just go at it.
And
I have no problem with that.
TikTok is not very user friendly. I'm used to like old
I'll
people.
say
with-
also keep in mind, Trey, that you have to get at least 1,000 followers so we can go live. So
Oh yeah, so he can't even get on my level yet. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, just make some videos, follow me, and maybe I'll follow you back. But otherwise, stay in your lane. Okay,
Wow.
so
That's your turn.
I never read Cowboy Ninja Viking. That's I got to look that one up. That's a little different. That's a little out there for me. But it sounds like you were saying something about them being in a bidding war for which series, which show, which streaming channel would make this a show. So, wow.
Yo, he
I
came
sleep
right
better
back at you.
information on Marvel than you, Trey. Don't do it, sir. If you feeling froggy, come on over to TikTok. Come holler at me.
Damn the TikTok,
We
just come on and we can record this shit so both of y'all can be together and just have the damn debate.
All right, let's do this on the fan page. Everybody list some topics you want to see me go head to head with somebody about, and we'll have that, and we'll cultivate this. I'll holler at you after the show. Anyway, so something like this, multiple personality type situations with superpowers, I'm assuming. Do you think this would be better suited for an HBO Max or a Netflix? Like, what do you think this would be best suited?
well, I mean, it's Image, so it can kind of go. It doesn't have the same like, I guess, dedicated streaming network as a Marvel or DC would have. So I would probably say it'd probably be on Hulu or Amazon if I was going to have to make a guess.
So would you rather see it animated or live action?
Me personally, I'd rather see it animated.
Okay.
I think it should be animated on Paramount Plus on an episode of South Park getting hunted by Al Gore because he was hunting after Man-Bear Pig, and Cowboy Ninja Viking has 3 names. So it just all seems to work.
Or maybe Amazon, where I can see his invincible brother.
My logic is undeniable.
That's 3 names. You have 3 names. Let's go for it. With starring Billy Bob Thornton. We'll go through the whole 3-name thing. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Can we go to the next topic?
Yes. So, Jesus. All right. So like I said earlier, we have a lot of fun here, but eventually we got to take a break. We got things to do. We got family to take care of. And of course, it's the Christmas holiday. So we got to recharge our blurred batteries and get things back in perspective. So we will be going on hiatus until January, what is that, 2nd? I don't know. I'll check the calendar. The first Sunday in January. But
Just in time
in the
for my
meantime,
birthday.
Yes. Don't forget to give her a
The
gift.
Lisa Simpson's way.
Don't
Are you telling yourself this? Are you telling
yes,
yourself?
I am.
Yeah,
I am. So I can go back and
give
watch
you
the
the
show and remind myself to buy you a gift. Okay, I still have a gift for it anyway. So
Actually, you owe me 2 gifts from this year. So technically, it'll be 3 gifts.
2 gifts from this year?
Yeah, because I didn't get a gift from this year. And
So
I was supposed to get the gift from last year, this year that I never got. And then there's another birthday creeping around the corner. So that's 3 gifts.
It's a trade. It's coming in handy right around her birthday.
Wait, what did you say?
That holiday pay is coming in handy for her birthday. Huh?
Yeah, basically. All right. So speaking of years and speaking of past, let's go over a few things we enjoyed this year, which you didn't enjoy this year about the show. What were some favorite moments from Blerds and Whiskey from the panel that you enjoyed, that you hated, that you didn't like? And we all know that all of mine are going to be fucking Fast and the Furious. I beat you to it. There it is. Fast and the Furious, Vin Diesel, fast cars, family. There. Pick some other shit, Herb.
Nah, you got to pass over me first because I got to think about this one. We had a lot of epic shit that happened this year.
We had a whole show meeting about this. You've had 2 days to think about it.
So one of my favorite things is also exposing Herb's weaknesses. So real reason why he wants all of us to go first is so he can repeat what we say at the end of his rotation. So that's one of my favorite things is getting Herb with the stuck face after I say something. He's Captain Dead Air. So that's my favorite thing. Trey told y'all I was a sniper last week. So he really was.
And the laughter stops.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ.
He was so mad. But
no, go ahead. I already said something. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was C-Rush. Because that shit literally had me in legit tears for at least about 2 weeks. And then the memeage that came right after that shit was fucking amazing. You had C-Rush and Jamal. You had, what's the name here? Kuma tattoo right here. You had it all. It really was some funny shit.
I didn't like when I put Trey's face on Ryu from Street Fighter, so we do the Hadouken and then I had the Sheamus music in the background as part of another inside joke. He always hated how everyone kept saying too many lines for Sheamus's theme song, and he would just be in his feelings. It's like it's too many lives.
You're not gonna make me rage out on the last show of the year. I refuse.
Too many limes. Too many limes. What about you two?
Ma'am, would you like to go? Or?
Yeah, I was going to say my favorite moment was me coming back.
Because I am the most humblest of the humble.
She had Return to Mac played as a theme song when she came back from the show.
Some honorable mentions next to me coming back favorite moment would be definitely this whole C-Rush thing. That was fucking hilarious. But I'm with you, Trey, on the whole Fast and Furious thing. Oh my God, please let it die. Please just let it die.
Family
all of that crossover talk. Just stop it. Just stop. Stop.
Family lives on.
Okay. So I do have one that so my favorite moment of this year, considering everything that happened the year before, that actually led us to being on Zoom, my favorite episode and moments of the year come from episode 117, where we went to BlerdCon. We actually got to come back together as a group and as a team, as a family. Fuckers.
I wasn't there.
Well, you were there in spirit. We had you
messaging.
You were doing stuff. So anyway, we had you. You made an appearance, but I was just happy and elated to get out and see my friends, for us all to come together. We had special guests come up. I almost punched a fake Joker in the face. Ambitious Boogie got a new nickname, Boogie the Booty or something like that, because she was all thighs. That's who she was.
Who called her that? Like when did
the comments they did that. They were calling her that in the comments. If she in the comments, they'll check with her. But anyway, my favorite moments was from then. But yeah, that was it for me. I can't wait till we go to BlerdCon again. I'm looking forward to being bigger and better next time. And other cons we'll get to go to as a team and just, get our stuff out there, get our faces out there and have people hear us, because that's the most important thing. So share, subscribe the fucking show.
I almost forgot.
I'm curious. Oh, hold on. I'm curious. Rick, Did you have one? Because we
I
kind
was
of
about to say, God damn, man. I'm wearing a sweater with fucking deer humping on it, and you guys just walked right over me. Anyway, I did have favorite moments from this past year. And you know what that was? The fact that we didn't have a bunch of guests coming on here and railroading the goddamn show this year. Last year, we were inundated with fucking guests, and they would come on and they would talk about nothing. This year, it's just been us. You got all us, and the shit's been great. We ain't have 3 black geeks on here with D in a van in the woods smoking weed randomly on fucking camera. We ain't have niggas on here coming and talking about shit that we ain't even playing for. So we've had a really good year of us just being us. And you got
So basically, thanks
bunch
to Rick, we're probably not gonna get any more guests.
Fuck them. We're great. We're great without them. You know why? Because we're fucking good and they suck. You suck. Except for Blurred Over. Skip, you're my guy. I like you. Fuck with you. Good and terrible.
And Blurred
Mickey and
without
Travis, y'all still great.
Blurred Out
I'm not.
Radio.
No,
We love them.
fuck all of that. They made me drink that stupid ass liquor. I'm going for everybody's head. God damn it.
You mean my lord?
Yeah, whatever the fucking shit tastes like fucking asshole. I don't like it. It's terrible.
Look at YouTube. Look at YouTube, Trey.
It tastes like Giant's breast milk. That's what it tasted like. Like my man said in Game of Thrones.
It tastes
True
like
Kasami
giant
on
ball
YouTube.
sack.
True Kasami on YouTube. Rick played Paul Walker for the BlerdCon family. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. But no, we had Ernie on. Blur Without Fear, notable comic book creator on YouTube. He was on. Yeah, we had a really good year. We're expecting to have an even better one next year. So please. But we'll have guests. Hell, they may want to come back and rebut Rick. So
please, I beg of you, please come back and rebut me so I can put your asses back down.
I personally want 3 black geeks to come back, because if he was going to do a show in his van, he could have at least gave us a tour of his tiny home.
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus. Clip of the week. So as we come to the end of the show,
we also could do them a favor, and when CJ.
So you know what? Hey, nah. We're going to go ahead and move on. Nah. We're just gonna go ahead and move on. I'll have some diplomacy up in here because we got somebody dropping
trying to be reckless,
trying to do pipe bombs over here. You ain't CM Punk, but CM Punk did remind us why he does do the pipe bomb thing. If y'all checked out AEW this week, we finally have the long-awaited debate or promo off between MJF and CM Punk. Let's go ahead and go ahead and what do y'all think about that stuff so far? Because I feel that was a pretty good okay. Well, this is what it's a masterclass in promos, in my opinion. I feel like it was a masterclass.
I'll go first. So, like you said, it is a masterclass. This is the best one-on-one promo I've seen between wrestlers in a long time. I'm talking about since for 7 years, because the dude does what the fuck he does. The biggest line of the night. I'm gonna leave it to somebody else because I know somebody else will say it. But it was epic, and I have not consistently watched, of course, because I've been busy this week. But I was taken aback. I'm sitting there. I feel like I'm 12 again, yelling at my TV, going, "Ooh, oh shit, he said that!" Like I'm going off. I'm straight marking out for this promo, and I haven't had that much elation in years. So I'm looking forward to the match. What about you guys?
So I'm just gonna say this. I'm just going to jump out here and just say this. Once again, Rick has been right again, because I said, just watch an episode of AEW and it will reignite and reawaken all of your love for wrestling that you've lost under the thumb and the old ball sack of Vincent Kennedy McMahon and his terrible booking and his releasing wrestlers. And this promo, basically, if you haven't been into wrestling in a long time because you've been stuck under the thumb of the WWF and all of their nonsense, it actually is just, it's 2 great talkers being talkers. MJF talks about CM Punk taking his ball home and being a little bitch. And then I mean, CM Punk shows you once again that he's the best in the world with his retorts. And I'm not gonna say it right now because I'm gonna let everybody else get into what their points are. But I'm just saying it just felt great to be justified and just, constantly being always right. Because if you don't know, now you know that Rick is always right. Shut the fuck up, Herb. Anyway, moving on.
No, go ahead, Herb. Go ahead, Herb.
It's just been it's been like just a breath of fresh air. Cause with the way WWE has been going on with the shit show, the shit show that they've been putting on the last year and a half or whatever, it's really just great to see two mic skilled guys. It's just amazing. It's just the fact that you had the MJF just being who he is. And I mean, it's for 1 second when he came over there and was talking about the whole entire the retort after CM Punk's first one, I thought he was gonna be like, oh shit, he really ain't got no comeback. And then this motherfucker just says he's the PG version of John Cena. It was just like, holy shit, that was actually fucking funny. And it's just like, wow. It's exactly what I was looking for. I'm thoroughly entertained. Bravo, guys. Thank you.
I kind of got, for me, like, I know people gonna have their like, who do you think won? And everyone's gonna say CM Punk. And I feel like it's kind of like one of those, like, I guess, I don't know if y'all remember like rap battles where kind of like the young up and comer and the already established superstar kind of go at it. And just off the fact that he's a popular dude and like the fact that he's like the more well-known and he's liked, so a lot of people are gonna like kind of like gravitate more towards him. And I'm not saying Punk was like lost by a long shot, but I do feel that Punk did lose to MJF as far as the promos, because Punk kind of had some broad topic stuff while MJF had a lot more personal stuff about him. Like he dug into stuff and his shortcomings and stuff that other people have said. So it's kind of like, I feel like he went like for the jugular, while like, let's say he went for like power, it's for the body shots, while Punk was just, hit him with just strong jabs. That's how I saw it. I'm like, I'm not saying that he lost by a long shot, but I do feel like it was pretty close. But I think MJF kind of got that one. What you got, Rita?
So speaking of body shots and promos, because fuck y'all, I'm about to do this. Go to FNX and get you some of that good old FNX Fit. And you're going to type in FNX Blerds 13 so you can get that 15% off. And then after that, you're going to head over to Beard Struggle so that you can get you some of that growthness, so that you can have a good seat for somebody to sit on. And you're going to put Blerds 1 in for promo code. That's what you're going to do. Hey, now, back to our regular scheduled program with the promos.
Hey, real quick, just to bring back something from the past. Y'all know how Rita is always shading me and she always finds a way to just get my ass? She just said FNX Fit. So that's the thing. Put it on the wall. FNX Fit.
FNX Fit. All right. Okay.
I say what I say.
Revenge! Revenge!
They knew what I was talking about. Put the code in, get that 15% off.
Off your FNX Fit. Anybody else have anything to say about the promo?
Yeah. Cam, I disagree. He called this nigga a less famous Miz. That you win.
Oh, yeah.
You win. You win. It's so accurate. It's so fucking.
Gotta be the crassest one in the room.
He brought back the water boy for a second. That shit was funny.
You know what else has been my favorite part of the year is Herb's ability to work in curse words, no matter where they need to be. Even if they don't need to go there, he's going to work in a MF or a son of a or a something. It's just he just has the magical ability to crowbar the fuck out. I wasn't going to say it. I really wasn't going to say it.
I'm trying to ignore that word.
No,
right.
We got to do a compilation of Herb's real words.
No, my arms gonna get tired from all the cutting paste. I'm good,
bro. We would literally have. We would have like
Trey, if you want to do that, you want to spend time downloading and cutting through that stuff. You can do that.
It's just a Blerds and Whiskey supercut of Herb's curse words. The shit is 8 hours long.
He's gonna have a new name, Bad Words.
Actually, the last episode, you remember, I was keeping track of how many times Herb said MF.
So
Herb,
how much
I
are they
lost
paying
track.
taxes? Because you
Once
said
I
you
got
keeping
to it-
tax. You said you
You're
keeping
right.
tax.
You're right. Listen, God damn it, man.
Well, Mephisto got in the way.
Up to it, down to it. See you guys in the new year. I'm gonna kill Cam.
All right. So as always, we love you guys. We appreciate you. Just one time before we leave out, to everybody here, tell them where everybody can find you on your social medias. Go in order, please.
Herb's what's his name? Herbitos _way BNW on IG, Twitter.
Boing.
Shut up.
11 months.
Boing. Boing.
Herb's blurbs, Herb's words, yeah, all that shit. Go on to blerdsandwhiskey.com and get your merch as well. So
you can go ahead. Let's go. You can go and find me on hashtag Camism, all one word, and on IG, or Mr. Petty BNW on Twitter.
I don't want y'all to find me. So moving on to the next person.
Here's a secret. She's friends with us on Facebook. Anyway.
Just saying.
I am on all social medias, but the place that you can really find me is inside your heart. So look within yourself and look to the stars, and I will be there.
I'll be there.
Where the fuck does he pull this shit from? Anyway, it's your boy Trey Proper on all social media. Herb, close us out. God damn.
Hey, man. It's been fun. Oh shit, we almost forgot. Twitch as well. We're gonna be moving on to Twitch next year. So go ahead and get your Twitch accounts ready. If you have Amazon Prime, you got Twitch free. So
You have a free subscription.
Yeah, you guys.
So
We're
use it
not
on us.
moving on to Twitch. We're adding to
We're
it.
extending it onto Twitch as well.
'Cause we gotta
And
do
for all
something.
you smart asses out there, Horace, yes, we are going back to Twitch. Shut up.
He beat you to
Guys,
it.
it's been a great year. Can't wait to see what 2022 comes with. Bigger shows, brighter guests, Rick cussing them out. Yeah, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink,
Motherfucker.
Drink.
See y'all next year.
I guess I got ice water.
Do good in school.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.